Okay, for those that don't know me, I'm Pat Jarvis. I'm a district executive for Blue Hills District. And we're going to talk a little bit about join night training tonight, to get you up to speed on some of the things we're doing this year, and to show you how we put together the packages for join nights. So given that, we'll talk about some of the documentation that we need. We'll talk about the script that we have in place to talk to the parents about what Cub Scouting is, what your Cub Scouts learned, et cetera. So we'll go through a little bit of that. We'll talk about the importance of a unit schedule, the unit calendar, and then we'll talk about paper applications and financial aid. So with that, documentation, the first and foremost thing you need on a join night is a sign-in sheet. If you don't have one, Cora made up a fantastic little sign-in sheet. Primarily just need the unit number, the parent's name, email, and phone so that we can follow up with them in case they do sign up that night, or even if they don't sign up that night, so we can reach out to them again. So make sure everybody writes clearly and you can read at least the email address. The first thing you're going to do is direct the parents to go ahead and sign up online. There will be a QR code provided for each unit to sign up online. We will also have paper applications and financial aid forms available if they want to fill out paper applications. They're not comfortable with doing it online. And then you need to have your unit calendar available, because the questions that folks normally ask, and I was going to cover this in a bit, but the questions parents usually ask are, when do you meet? When's the next meeting? And how much does it cost? So you need to have the answer to those three questions during your join night. Feel free to ask questions at any time. So for the script, we'll actually give you a paper script to follow. It basically, you introduce yourself and you introduce key members of the pack. You talk about what Cub Scouting is. You talk about what the kids will learn as part of Cub Scouting. You stress that this is a family activity. We want parents involved with their youth as they go through the program. And this is your first opportunity to reach out to parents and talk about volunteering, either as an adult leader or volunteering to help out during meetings with activities, etc. So this is your first shot at doing that. You will tell them how much it costs. It's $150 per youth. Again, you'll have that QR code so they can sign up online. You'll also have financial assistance available. And then you'll tell them what the next steps is. When's the next meeting? What you're going to talk about at the next meeting. And there are those questions that they usually ask. How much does it cost? And when do we meet next? Or how often do you meet? Unit schedules are really important. So at a minimum, bare minimum, have that next meeting date, time, and location in your back pocket. Better yet, have your unit calendar available to hand out to the parents as they sign up. If you've got leadership from the pack and/or troop available, they can start working on their Bobcat requirements while we're talking to the parents. They can plan a game or an activity. You can reserve the bouncy house. You can reserve the inflatable archery range to use during those activities to keep the youth entertained while you're talking to the parents. And don't forget to close the deal. So you want to remove any barriers to joining. Big thing there is financial aid is available both through the Chippewa Valley Council. So if a parent tells you, I can't afford that, ask them how much they can afford, right? They'll usually give you a number, and then try to offset the rest of that with financial aid. We Blue Hills guys, we do have an additional financial aid through our Blue Hills Friends of Scouting. I'm going to cover that last, but try to cover that up front. Let them know let them know what it's all about. Try to remove any fears or anything that they have when filling out their applications. You want to help them out if they need it with the online applications. Sometimes it can get tricky. Um, there should be a promo code provided for the Chippewa Valley Council financial aid that you'll use that evening as well. Again, don't let money be a barrier. Use that financial aid if the family qualifies. If you're looking at a family coming in and they got 2, 3, 4 kids, offset that payment if you can.
What about
If,
parents? Does the financial aid cover parents? Because we want parents to be registered now too.
yeah, right now the only financial aid we got right now is for the youth. And I agree, we should consider financial aid for the parents as well, because you ask them to volunteer and then you ask them for $65. Um, um, I'll have a conversation with Matt on that. I'll take an action and talk to Matt to see what we can do for parents volunteering to be leaders.
Hey Pat, I am on here too.
Yes, there he is.
What I would add to that, I think I can't say the majority, but a lot of our PACs do pay for their leaders too. And I think that's something we can work out with the PACs as well if we've got people that are willing to volunteer.
All right. Again, if they give you an excuse like I need to talk to my spouse before I sign up, make sure you have their contact information on the sign-in sheet, that name, phone number, and email address minimum, so that we can reach out to them and help them fill out the applications and get them signed up. So make sure you don't forget to do that. Okay. While we encourage everybody to sign up online, there will be those folks that will only want to do paper applications. So we'll have those available as well. For the Blue Hills folks, we do have that additional financial aid coming to us. So what I've done is I've combined that financial aid with the Chippewa Valley Council financial aid form. So there's only one form to fill out this year as opposed to 2. There's no promo code available for that Blue Hills financial aid, so they will have to do a paper application. Bottom line here is we want to keep all that paperwork together. So if they give you a check, if they give you cash, if they fill out financial aid forms, please staple all that stuff together so we know what check, what cash goes with what application. Just makes everything easier to process. Okay, that's really all I had. Any other questions? Okay.
Yeah, Pat, that presentation you just had, is that something like Cora, you gave us the agenda and the script. Is that presentation something that we have printable?
Yeah, I can print that for her and send it out to everybody.
Yeah, my plan was to send it out to everybody that attended tonight, plus those that didn't make it tonight for whatever reasons. So they have a copy of both.
That answers it for me.
Yeah, yes. So we'll get it out to you folks, a copy of the presentation. And I want to share real quick. I can find my share button again.
Is there a spot on the online registration that you can click for financial aid, or do they have to do paper copy if they're going to do financial aid?
There is a promo code that will be provided for the Chippewa Valley financial aid. And then if they want to do the paper app, they absolutely can. I also wanted to real quick share the script I was talking about. Can everybody see that?
Yes.
Yeah, so the goal here is to cover all this information. It's about a page and a half. To cover all this information within 5 to 10 minutes. It's just general information provided about what the program is, what the kids are learning, and any other items of interest. There is some information on the second page laying out. There's that QRC code thing to join. Those will be provided for the join nights. But the next steps is really important. You want to talk about Fall Cub Camp, and it's free to new Cub Scouts. You want to talk to the parents about what kids are looking for in today's environment, in today's world. Our programs link to that, how it teaches them the resiliency, the ingenuity, and the preparedness, and then making friends. And then the final piece, make sure that you're willing and able to help out, answer any questions one-on-one if needed. And then make sure you have either a thumbs up, I've completed the registration online, or you've got all of the paper applications together to support that. And that last piece down there, there will be sign-in sheets provided, parent guidebooks for those that sign up, youth applications and pens, financial aid forms, and then the Fall Cub Camp flyer. So all that stuff's going to be provided from the presenter. All right. Anything